Hello, my name is Stephen Childs. I want to talk about the power of disagreement. I learned about this. There was a period of time when I was learning about narcissism. I'd already been familiar with it to a high degree from many years ago. I had a drug and alcohol class at the U of U in Salt Lake City. I was going into social work. I was going to get my master's degree in social work. And before the group therapy turned on me and gang stalked me, and I had never had it happen before, I didn't know what to do. I freaked out and I just left and didn't go back to school. It traumatized me so much. So I didn't get any degree, and I didn't even bother to fill out the paperwork to get a BS. And I suppose a lot of it was BS. Control. So I got a book, and it was called Control Freaks. It was written by Gerald Piaget, another Piaget in psychology. And Control Freaks, who they are and how to stop them from ruining your life. I had a professor in the personality segment of the drug and alcohol Master of Social Work. Yeah, the Master of Social Work was separate from, I was also taking a drug and alcohol counselor class in addition to the Master in Social Work. So there's another Gerald, if I remember right, Gerald Brown. He was the professor, and it's kind of sad because his wife had cancer at this time. And he was teaching the class about personality disorders. And I'd been going to AA for several years, and so I saw the control tactics at AA meetings. And I'd been seeing it my whole life. When I was in high school, we had a psychology teacher that had us read a book called Man the Manipulator. And I understood some of that. I remember reading a page to my mom, and she says, "No, we believe something else." And she flipped over into the religious mode, and she would not listen any longer. So, they want you to deny the truth that you're experiencing. That's what narcissists do. That's what control freaks do. That's what religion that's not based on actual truth does. So, of course, I quit believing in the religion when I was like 13 years old. And the book Control Freaks taught me a lot about how to deal with them. There was a way that you align with them. It's like, what are you trying to achieve? I'm here to help you. I'm on your side, kind of. And then you can kind of strategically turn the tiger around. And so there was another book, Winning Through Intimidation, that I read. And it explained how to be at the top of this game. And it gave various personalities. One of them was the judge that tells you everything is right and that you're wrong and you have to believe the judge. He judges everything for you, and he'll tell you what truth is. And you don't determine what truth is, he does. So that's what the narcissist does. He tells you what truth is, and you're just supposed to believe it blindly and be a blind follower. And I was just giving you some background to start out the topic of learning how to disagree strategically with narcissists, with control freaks, with anyone that's telling you that true is false and false is true. Anyone who's trying to control you, anyone who's trying to dominate you. I had like 3 really powerful narcissists that I worked with, one after another. And the last one I worked with, he taught me the power of disagreement. So you can learn from a narcissist, from a controlling person. You can learn how to use the same tactics to defend yourself against them. So I would be talking, and I noticed that I'd say something, and he would say no, and then he'd say his way. And it might be the same thing, but he would say it a little bit different, and so that I was wrong and he was right. So I learned the power of disagreement. So when someone tells me something that doesn't sound quite right, I need to have this immediate response in my mind of no. And then I got a little bit of time to think about what I just heard. So I just heard a little while ago from a spirit, and it said that I'm in hell. I heard these words telepathically: you're in hell. No, I'm not in hell. You are in hell. So I turned the same thing back to them so they can deal with that hot potato. You know, we used to have the game hot potato. You play like it was a really hot potato, and you had somebody throw it to you, and you had to hurry and throw it to the next person in the circle. Nobody wants that in their hand for any length of time at all. So you get rid of that. They tell you you're in hell. Get rid of it right now. It's like somebody just fed you a spoonful of evil. Spit it out. No, I'm not in hell. You are in hell. Anyway, who are you? You want to know who I am? I have an ID. I have an identity. I don't have to tell you anything. Who are you? Who are you to tell me that I'm in hell? Who cares what they think? You know what I mean? Who am I to tell them that they're in hell? I don't really care. I'm just me. I'm just defending myself from control freaks. It's so predictable. When you defeat, or you're not defeated, we're not trying to defeat anyone. We're trying to teach people how to be fair to each other so they have a better future. You know, like if somebody's saying something that I'm wrong, and I say, no, you're wrong. And they might say I'm disrespecting them, and I'm saying, no, you're disrespecting me. And they say something that I'm going to get hurt or something like that. And I say, same to you, but more of it. So if they're trying to tell me I'm going to get in a car wreck, I'm saying, same to you, but more of it. You're going to get in twice as bad a car wreck if I get in one. It's not even based on truth. It's based on bullshit. You can't bullshit a bullshitter, they say. So I'm not intending to prove any of this. I'm intending to protect myself from their bullshit. You know, people call bullshit and they're bringing the devil into it. Well, let's do that. Let's bring the devil into the conversation. Let's call on bullshit right now. And is there one? I don't think so. I'm a faith-based atheist. So are there scary spirits here? Yes, absolutely. In my experience, the one that was the scariest in a dream, They told me it was Jesus. Interesting. And I was like, why am I so afraid? I don't want to have this fear. Why can't I get rid of this fear I have? And they just said it was Jesus, and that was all. The dream ended at that point. And I'm left there, going back to sleep, trying to understand what was that dream supposed to be teaching me. I had another dream where Jesus is in my room, and he's a being of light, and he's up off the ground, and he says, I'm the Lord, you have to surrender to me now. And then, see, here I go with my instant response, no. I said, no, I'm practicing Buddhism right now, and we don't rely on something outside of ourselves to save us. And he disappeared, and right beside where he was, on his left side, was Satan, a being of light, Satan, and there was no communication from him. There was this instant severe pain in my arm, in the bone in my arm, and it hurt bad. It hurt like hell. And so, as they say, so I woke up, and I'm like, get out of my house. Get out. Leave. You have to leave. And that, I was talking to a dream. So I thought about that for a long time. Are they working together? Like good cop, bad cop? One thing I've noticed, when you start getting onto these control freaks game, they'll start offering you bribes. They'll try to get you interested in something. I have something you want. No, you don't have anything I want. I already don't want anything. That's Buddhism. I already don't want anything at all. So you start to see the wisdom of Buddha's teaching of desire is the cause of suffering. And I could remember the Four Noble Truths and the Eightfold Path, but you can look up that stuff on your own. So I just got a commanding thought. I put it on pause and got a little less comfortable. And I hear telepathic thought to go outside. No, I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to finish making this video. Then maybe I'll go outside. I'm like wondering who it is. I think they're extraterrestrials. I was given a dream, wide awake in the dream. What do they call that? Lucid dreaming. And I was told that there really wasn't much imagery. I was being talked to by some mind that I can't see who it is. And this mind explained to me, this person that I can't see, some psyche. Carl Jung calls our whole mind psyche, including our unconscious, if you didn't know. The unconscious, it's really interesting to start digging for treasure within your own unconscious mind. What's hidden in there? What do you have hidden? What is causing you fear? What do you really want in life? That kind of thing. So you be the boss of you. Give yourself permission to be the boss of you and take care of yourself. Okay, so this other, I'll call it a person or a being, told me that there are this certain group of aliens. They got lost, they got trapped, and they had to control the people on planet Earth to solve their dilemma. And I don't want to be controlled by some aliens that I can't even tell you who they are or what they look like to solve their problem at my expense? No, you're not going to do that. I'm going to stop you. I was told by this higher power above them that they were going to agree because there's like this galactic war against them. And I was told to declare war, actually. Because the controlling people on the planet that were ruled by these controlling aliens had done me a lot of harm. And they don't want you to not believe in God. They want you to believe in God. And this, guess who's the God behind the mask? It's them. They can appear to you as Jesus or Satan. See what I'm saying? In a dream. And this greater power that cares about me, it told me that they were going to surrender because we're in a war against them. And they're going to agree. They'll surrender only on these terms. It's not unconditional. They'll surrender if I have to guide them. And I don't know how to guide them. Back when I had the dream, I had no idea. But then over the years, I started coming up with an idea. And it's on the internet. And it's called the World Fairness Agreement. And it's on there. It's with addendum because I added fairness court. So it had some teeth to it. Because without that fairness court, that we the people in fairness court with a fairness jury, and it's explained on the World Fairness Agreement with addendum. Just look up for the World Fairness Agreement and it'll take you to the one with the addendum because I've updated it to have the fairness court with it. So what we want to be able to do is actually put people in jail if they don't agree to be fair. And if they agree to be fair, we love you and we forgive you and we don't care what the hell you did in the past. That's all there is to it. So we'll be able to make a complaint against the judicial branch of the government for being unfair. And we'll be able to lock the whole bunch of them up if they don't be fair. And if they're fair, we'll like, thank you very much, we forgive you, and we don't care what you did in the past, how much money you made by fleecing us poor people with your rules. Supporting billionaires at the expense of people that are struggling to stay alive because they're practically homeless, and a lot of people are homeless. And it's a war, let me remind you. It is a war. We don't need any bullets. We just say same to you and more of it. And the all-powerful all arranges that more of it to happen to people that aren't being fair to us. It might be that they end their life. It might be that they get in a serious accident. I had a dream where there was a guy using evil against me. And this higher being that's helping me said that I can break his back if I want for doing evil to me. And I wanted to do it. I wanted to break his back. So I put my mind to it. I'm going to break your back. You're being evil to me. Unfair. This was before I had defined evil as simply unfair to some degree. Evil, I would think, qualifies for quite a high degree of unfairness. So that's where the dream ended. Me being told that I can do that when they're with me. Only I don't have power myself. I'm just a regular human from Springville, Utah, home of the mighty Red Devils, by the way. So I was told I can kill with my mind, and I'm working with these other beings that are teaching me stuff. So I just had it on pause for a second or two, probably under a minute, and I heard the word sacrifice. So they want to sacrifice, and I'm totally against sacrifice. Any living thing should not be killed to bribe some god somewhere or some group of people, because I have faith that there's no God there to be found. I'm a faith-based atheist. I don't have to prove there's not a God. They don't have to prove there is one either. We don't have to agree on anything, you know that? And that's okay. That's not a bad thing. It's a good thing that we don't have to agree on anything. You don't have to agree with me at all. And I don't have any power over anyone myself. I believe this is true. I think I have to be merged with these extraterrestrials that do have the technology to arrange our future. It's like them just moving pieces on a chessboard to arrange our future. And the more you learn this is the case, the more you see it. So I was having a telepathic conversation. Imagine that. It's like Carl Jung talked about active imagination, where you start having a conversation with whoever's in your unconscious mind. And be careful, because it's a very powerful mind that's in there. And some of them are not you. And they're already accessed your brain, your mind. They don't have bodies. They're angels or they're demons or something. Or they're some kind of extraterrestrial. And be glad that there's benevolent beings that are already here that care about us. And but people pray to them. So prayer is based on telepathy. We believe that God, whatever that your concept is, can hear our prayer. And we have prayers answered. So, in order to be fair, I got to realize that I'm not here to dominate anyone. I'm here to help everyone. And I'm not going to do anyone wrong. And if they do me wrong, I just think same to you, but more of it. Or if they tell me I'm in hell, I say, no, you're in hell. I'm not in hell. So I'm inviting, and it's not just me, it's we, because we already have people that have joined with Team Fairness even before the website comes out. And it's just another website for the Way of Fairness. It's simpler. It's easier to say. It's easier to put on a baseball cap when I sell products. I'm with Team Fairness t-shirt, I'm with Team Fairness. And we're here to help you. We don't want anyone doing you wrong anymore. And if you join, then your past is completely secret. We don't care what you did in the past because you've agreed to stop doing people wrong. That's what's explained on the World Fairness Agreement. And we want all the religions and all the governments to agree with this agreement and make some short explanation that we're in compliance with the World Fairness Agreement. So don't believe any of this that's not fair to other people. We don't believe that way anymore. I'm putting more words than is necessary. We're in a state of tribal warfare. The world is a condition of human tribal warfare, destroying the planet and ourselves and causing horrible misery. Just why? Because we think we have to dominate over the other tribe or else they'll dominate over us. No, let's all agree not to do that anymore. Have a good day. I love you.